There is a mountain in Scotland famed for its mist, its brooding cliffs, and the sense that up there among the granite and heather, you are almost never truly alone. Ben Macdui is the highest mountain in the Cairngorms and the second tallest in Britain. Peering through the fog, hikers have for years told stories of something else up there, something far stranger than rock or wind, known only as the Big Grey Man. Modern records of the Big Grey Man begin in the late 19th century, but the legends endure far earlier. Local shepherds, stalkers, and travelers have whispered about a presence for centuries. Sometimes a shadow, sometimes a thing glimpsed out the corner of the eye. But more often simply a consuming sense of dread that presses in precisely when the cloud tumbles down and vision fades to near nothing. It was in 1891 that one encounter truly set the legend in stone. Professor Norman Cawley, a respected chemist and mountaineer, was descending from Ben Macdui's summit. The mist had rolled in thick, reducing the world to just a narrow field of stone and silence. It should have been peaceful, but Cawley found himself gripped by an inexplicable terror. He heard footsteps crunching in time with his own, but heavier, echoing, measured. He stopped. The footsteps distinctly did not. Cawley fled down the mountain, not daring to look behind him. This was not the recollection of a superstitious farmer, but a man of science whose account prompted others to come forward. Through the 20th century, there would be dozens more testimonies. Some compared the entity to a giant, shrouded in fog, a hulking figure taller than any human. Others described only that presence, an oppressive, nearly physical weight of fear that pushed them to the edge of panic, or worse. Sightings followed a pattern: the high ridge, the stones looming out of mist, the sound of something immense and unseen, footsteps echoing but never revealing their source. Some, determined not to be spooked by mere atmosphere, would laugh it off at first. Yet, more than a few seasoned climbers, not given to fantasy, quietly confessed that something up there had unsteadied even their nerves. For those seeking evidence beyond the tales, any hard proof is elusive. No photograph, no audio recording. But the impact is real enough. The Big Grey Man became a phenomenon studied by folklorists and psychologists alike. Some point to rare meteorological effects, the Brocken spectre, where one's own shadow, cast large and indistinct through mist onto a lower cloud bank, for a moment becomes a looming giant. Perhaps, they say, a mind on edge in that environment, cut off from sun and trail, might conjure something from the gloom. The skeptics offer explanations: natural infrasound, generated as wind scours the mountain and vibrates rock, can cause anxiety, nausea, even an intense sense of unease. Others claim madness, isolation, or suggestion. One story planting a seed that blossoms decades later, in another head poking above the cloud line. But explain it all away, and the reports persist. One hiker in the 1940s, alone at a cairn, described the air turning ice cold, thick with dread, before coming face to face with a towering spectral silhouette. Another, passing the same spot, swore he felt something enormous and invisible fall into step beside him, refusing to be shaken off even when he broke into a sprint. To this day, even in an age of GPS, smartphones, and high-resolution satellite imagery, Ben Macdui is a place of caution. On clear summer days, it is little more than a difficult but beautiful climb. In winter, and especially in those infamously fleeting mists, visitors still report the feeling, ancient, unshakable, of watchers in the fog. Some who come in search of the Big Grey Man return perplexed, having experienced nothing but loneliness and cold. Others depart with the story added to their name, something unseen, waiting, making the hairs on their necks stand straight. Curiosity seekers, researchers, and thrill hunters know the stories too. The Big Gray Man now features in guidebooks, TV specials, podcasts, and wild theories. Alien, cryptid, perhaps even a memory of some Ice Age survivor lurking out of time. But the truth, if there is one, may be far simpler and far stranger. A legend kept alive by the landscape itself, shaped by weather, isolation, and that primal knowledge, rooted deep in every visitor, that not every shadow in the mist is just in your head. And so, if you stand on Ben Macdui as the cloud coils low, the wind howling over rock and bone, remember the footsteps that may echo back at you and the presence just out of sight. The Big Gray Man hasn't left. The mountain sees to that.